officially May, so it's time to go over all of the books we want to read this month. We wanted to do something different and actually choose each other's TBR for the month.
So Lauren actually had a full TBR card for 2025, so I was able to pick some books from that for her. I didn't make one of those for me this year, so she just had full range and could pick any of the books on my physical TBR. So we went ahead and did that. We picked 6 books out for each other, so we will get into that.
Some exciting news regarding the book club. Separate from Literal Besties, we will also be moderating another book club on the Fable app just for the month of May. So a second book club. This one is special because it's actually going to be a giveaway book club, meaning 100 people are going to be getting the ebook for free. The book we'll be reading for this second book club is Heartwood by Amity Gage.
So the book is a mix of a mystery and a literary fiction. It says Heartwood takes you on a journey as a search and rescue team race against time when an experienced hiker mysteriously disappears on the Appalachian Trail in Maine. And then at the bottom it says a puzzle emerges, intensifying the frantic search as Valerie's disappearance may not have been accidental. That sounds crazy. It already has a 4.02 on Goodreads, so I have really high hopes for this one.
We're both so excited to get started on this new book club. We will leave the link to our original book club and the giveaway one in the description below. To enter the giveaway, all you have to do is join the book club and then comment in the kickoff room, and then 100 people will be randomly picked to win the free ebook. Winners are going to be announced on April 13th, so that is when we'll finally kick off and start reading the book together. But this is so exciting and a great way to get onto the Fable app if you're not already a part of our normal book club. And even if you are, but you want the chance to win one of the free books, definitely join our second one.
So that is it for the book club update, but let's get into the books that we chose for each other. I went ahead and picked The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue because it is past due. I have plenty that are going to be past due as well, but I'm excited for you to read this one already.
I'm actually really happy about this one because I know I love V.E. Schwab's writing now, and I don't know why I didn't want to read this one while it was hyped up and like really popular, but now that the hype is gone, I do really think I'm gonna enjoy this book. I don't know too much about it actually. I know something like she can't touch anyone, right? Or is that Shatter Me?
No, that's Shatter. That's Shatter.
I'm on the wrong book. Okay, let's see.
They don't remember her.
Oh yes, okay. In a moment of desperation, a young woman named Adeline meets a dangerous stranger and makes a terrible mistake. She realizes the limitations of her bargain, being able to live forever without being able to be remembered by anyone she sees. It will be 300 years before she stumbles into a hidden bookstore and discovers someone who can remember her name, and suddenly everything changes again. That sounds so sweet. I'm so excited for this one. Speaking of past due books, I chose for Amanda A Court of Silver Flames by Sarah J. Maas. I mean, this is ridiculous. I cannot believe you haven't finished this series, and I would have chose a Throne of Glass book, but I think she should finish ACOTAR before she even starts Throne of Glass, so that's why I chose this one. This is my favorite book out of the ACOTAR series though, so I know you're gonna love it.
Here's the reason on why I've been holding it off though, because I already forgot, you know, what was happening in ACOTAR, so I'm fully gonna have to like go on YouTube and find someone's video to kind of break down every single book and like where we left off, because I can't even tell you what happened in the last book. It's been that long.
Yeah.
But I know it's gonna be worth it. I know I'm easily gonna fall back in love with all of these characters, and it is so beyond past due. It's ridiculous. It's embarrassing. So the only way that I'm gonna get into this is by you forcing me to.
And here we are.
Okay. Another one I picked for you is If Cats Disappeared from the World by Genki Kuwamura. I just read this one last month. It was a Barnes & Noble like book of the month type of thing. It was so freaking good. I ended up giving that a 4.5 stars, which is basically a 5-star read. So I really hope you like that one.
I am excited for this one. The cover is so cute. Wow, it says this is his first novel and he sold more than 2 million copies in Japan.
Okay.
It's been translated into 14 languages. It says this is a timeless tale and a moving story of loss and reconciliation and one man's journey to discover what really matters most in life. I'm gonna cry, huh?
Yeah. It's good tears though.
Since May is Asian American and Pacific Islander Heritage Month, we tried to incorporate some like Asian authors throughout these books. So I chose Flirting with Disaster by Nanya Kumar. And this one I think just came out, right? It was an Aardvark book club book, so you need to get through some of yours. Every single book I've read from Aardvark, I've loved.
Me too. They know what they're doing over there. I know this one is set in Houston as well, and I always love reading books like that. This one says it's been years since Mina separated from her husband, Nick Hill. Mina has returned to Texas, this time to finally obtain a divorce, but there's one thing Mina didn't account for. There's a hurricane forming in the Gulf, veering right towards them and giving them no choice but to hunker down in the home that they have built together. So cute. Every time I read second chance romances, I'm always like, why am I doing this? But I find that if the initial breakup reason is for a good and valid reason, then I can get on board with it.
That though sounds like a nightmare.
Yes,
to be stuck in the house with like an ex that you Divorce?
Fever dream. So I picked The Teller of Small Fortunes by Julie Leong for you as well. Another book of the month book. We have so many book of the month books that we need to get through, and I felt like that was a good author for this month.
This one I am really excited for. It sounds very whimsical. It says, a wandering fortune teller finds an unexpected family in this warm and wonderful debut fantasy. We love found family. It says Tao starts down a new path with companions as big-hearted as her fortunes are small. But as she lowers her walls, the shadows of her past close in, and she'll have to decide whether to risk everything to preserve the family she never thought she could have. I'm gonna cry again with this one. It does sound very whimsical though, and I love the idea of following a fortune teller. This was a good pick. I'm excited. A sequel I wanted to choose for Amanda is Two Twisted Crowns by Rachel Gillig, because she's currently reading One Dark Window, and this was one of my favorite duets of last year. And if anything, I think I like the sequel even more than the first book, so I wanted you to read this one.
Okay, this is gonna be crazy though, because now I have to read this before A Court of Silver Flames, just so I don't, like, you know, get all mixed matched. But I did start One Dark Window. I am loving it so far. I'm not even halfway, and I'm already like super into everybody and this crazy unique magic system as well. So hopefully I continue loving it, and then I'm eager to read the second book. This feels like a free pass because I probably would have wanted to read the second book anyway.
I'd rather you read it right after each other so you don't forget like what happens in the first book.
Another one I chose for you is Clara and the Sun by Kazuo Ishiguro. I know this one is going to be an adaptation with Jenna Ortega and Amy Adams, I'm pretty sure. So it's time to read that one.
I've been waiting to read this book for years. I like truly forgot that I owned it, but once I saw that they are working on an adaptation, I decided to put this on that cart. So I'm so happy that you picked it for me. This is going to be so good. Let me read you the summary. From her place at the store, Clara is an artificial friend with an outstanding observation quality.
Already like it.
Right?
That's crazy.
She watches carefully the behavior of those who come in and browse and of those who pass on the street outside. She remains hopeful a customer will soon choose her, but when the possibility emerges that her circumstances may change forever, Clara is warned not to invest too much in the promises of humans. The fact that it's an AI in a store and she's like wanting to be bought and no one is coming to buy her, like AI stories always get crazy. So I know this is gonna be good. Another Aardvark book I wanted to choose for Amanda is American Rapture by CJ Weed. Another one, I feel like it's biased because I've read these books and I've just loved them so much. I want to talk to you about them. So that's why I keep choosing them. This was an insane book, so I hope that you love it.
I've been wanting to read this one because we're convinced that Taylor Swift is on the cover. No, but this one actually sounds crazy unique. This one says a virus is spreading across America, transforming the infected and making them feel feral with lust. That's enough for me because what are you talking about? I've never read anything like that. I don't think any of us have ever read anything like that. So I'm excited to see where it goes. Another book of the month one I have for you is Middle of the Night by Riley Sager. This one was one of our Literal Besties Book Club books a while ago. You were in a slump, so you didn't get to it. I know a lot of people like it. I'm interested to see what you think about it. I love Riley Sager, but I don't remember this one being my favorite. I know Bailey said she really loved it though, so we gotta see what you think.
I was supposed to read this book last month and I just didn't get to it. So I'm glad that you picked it because I wanted to read it this month. I just think I'm gonna love it. I don't know why, something about the cover is screaming me. But I remember because I started this one. It's a disappearance of his childhood best friend. And like, I don't know if he goes back into town and tries to figure out what happens or what, but I heard it gets crazy. So I'm excited for it. The last book we have, we actually chose this book for each other with the goal of reading it with each other because it's been a while since we've done a buddy read. But it is The Secret Life of Bees by Sue Monk Kidd. This is another one that I can't believe we haven't read yet.
I know. I actually remember we were at like a library and they had like a book sale going on, and I remember a lady was telling us that we have to read this book. It is so powerful. And ever since then I've been wanting to read it, so I'm so glad that we're finally going to give it the chance that it deserves.
I've seen clips of the movie adaptation and it looks so good.
I didn't know there was a movie adaptation.
Yeah, and it has Dakota Fanning. As soon as we finish reading this, we're gonna watch it together. It says this is a remarkable novel about divine female power, a story that women will share and pass on to their daughters for years to come. I always love that line, and that just tells me I'm gonna love the book.
And that's what the lady was saying. As women, we have to read this book.
I'm sold. I can't wait. I'm gonna start today. So these are our final stacks that we chose for each other. I'm actually really excited.
Me too.
I know that this has been highly requested to choose each other's books. I think I feel more motivated when someone else chooses my TBR because if it's just me, I'm like, I'll read it a different month. This was really fun to do though, so let us know what books you plan on reading in May, and then reminder again to join our new giveaway book club. We will leave that link in the description. That's pretty much it for today though, so thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe if you haven't already, and we will see you guys next time.
Cute. Okay. Now what?
This one's mine.
This is your stack.
No, that's what I picked for you.
Oh.
I'm trying to take my copy.
Oh, whatever.
But
me too. That's why I have to get to this one. Sorry,
yeah.
sorry.
No, you're good.
Like, totally
no, I didn't know what I was
interrupting
going to
you
say.
the
Go ahead.
I was just like, I will never read this until you make me, actually.
You should start with it.
No.
Oh, you're reading One Dark Window. I forgot. Okay.
Whataburger sounds so good.
I love fries.